and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Kassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be doing the daily reading for Monday, June 7th, 2021. And today's a day that's ruled by the root chakra and guided by vision. And the galactic signature is the blue rhythmic eagle energy. And so this blue eagle energy is all about creation, vision, and mind. We're being asked to look at, to perceive, and to understand things today from our higher mind, our eagle mind, our visionary mind. So this means flying high above, right, metaphorically speaking, where we can see everything laid out beneath us, right? We see from that higher perspective. We see that bigger picture, and we're able to put things together and to understand things much more clearly when we are viewing them from this higher perspective. Today's a day about really branching out on our own and thinking outside the box. The blue eagle energy is a very independent thinker. So this is not an energy that goes along with what everybody else says is truth. The blue eagle energy finds and ascertains truth for itself and acts upon those truths from a place of true inner conviction and knowing. And so that's what we're being guided to do today. We're being guided to work and utilize our minds, our eagle minds, our higher visionary minds for the greater benefit and service of humanity. This is an energy that is very much about service to humanity, but views that service from that higher perspective. So this is very Aquarian type energy that we are working with today. It's also that energy, which is also very Aquarian-like, that is that independent. It's about independence. It's about working together in harmony with others, but working from a place of true authority and autonomy within, right? Where we are free and sovereign beings. We are very independent, and yet we know how to be interdependent. And we talked about this the other day, how interdependence requires independence first, so that it doesn't fall into the trap of codependence. And so we're really working with and understanding that energy and really knowing ourselves. The blue eagle energy knows itself very well and knows and understands its role and the part that it plays in the larger framework and the larger picture. And it really understands that larger framework and how to work within that framework. We are going to read a couple affirmations here. And so when we're talking about this, though, I also want to go into this. So it's about elevating our consciousness. It's about seeing from that larger perspective. And this means not only when it comes to worldly things and other people, right? This is also, we're being called to apply this to ourselves today, to our own lives. How can we soar above the mundane, the day-to-day, the stresses, the tunnel vision, and really see ourselves and our own lives and our own minds from that higher perspective? How can we apply that to ourselves? So the first affirmation is, I organize in order to create. Balancing mind. I seal the output of vision with the rhythmic tone of equality. I am guided by my own power doubled. And the secondary affirmation is, I am men, eagle. I am your ability to build up relationships and connections from a position of independence. I give to you vision and self-confidence. And the power of the eagle is the power of independent vision. Eagles take everything in at a glance and develop the vision to fly to whatever lies closest to Father Sun. They have the power to rise above an earthly level, to look down with wisdom, and to act the way you would want the world to be. Act with vision and a higher consciousness. So today is a great day to see things from a higher perspective, to take off today and fly high with your mind. Be creative and use your imagination, and you shall have vision. Sometimes we are too focused on everyday survival, and that can ground us. The viewpoint from the ground, however, is limited. If you want to see the bigger picture, you need to change your vantage point. And the guidance is to focus on seeing that bigger picture and to use the power of your mind to create, inspired by commitment to your vision. And this is all about connection to the planetary mind, This is the energy that we're cultivating today, and we're going to read more about this from the Astro Dream Advisor. And I apologize, you guys, I am quite groggy still. It was a beautiful weekend, but it was definitely a long weekend. And sometimes I have trouble sleeping in as long as my body probably wants to in the morning. So my brain is taking an extra long time to kick into gear today. It is almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon here, and my brain is still just like a giant fuzzball. So we're doing the best we can to make sense here. I love you guys, and I appreciate you so much. So Blue Eagle reminds you to step powerfully into your commitment as a planetary server. Your assignment includes whatever furthers your personal evolution and the evolution of global mind. You are an awakener, a transformer, an empowered global visionary. In your vision, you have compassion for others, and your decisions are made in the light of global consciousness. Ask yourself how you might experience compassion towards self, the earth, and others. Be guided towards types of work, relationships, places to live, and projects that will benefit the earth and her creatures. Allow your spirit to expand. Soar on your spreading wings and planetary perspective. Affirm, through you, Gaia, I am also transformed. I am awakening as the return of divine love and light. We are all one. Gaia, as you awaken, I heal myself. As I awaken, you are healed. And together our petals open ecstatically to the new sun of flowers. You are a member of the One Global family, a planetary server and transformer. Blue Eagle asks you to join in lifting the collective mind. It is up to each one of us to hold a positive vision and affirmation, for the means by which this miracle will occur is through changes in the one affecting the greater whole. Imagine the profound impact your loving thoughts have on planetary mind. You do make a difference. As you connect individually with the crystal grid network, your power is multiplied exponentially. This galactic grid is also known as the Mayan cobweb. The greatest gift you can offer to the planet is to simply be the love. Believe in yourself and your dreams and visions. Remember your special gifts, your path of service on earth, your promise to serve the light. Everything you are connects to the greater whole. You are star-seeded. You have the vision of the eagle. Believe in your dreams. You are the hope and the vision revealed. And I love how this is coming in the wake of the 6/6 portal, which was so much about awakening to our higher planetary service. So if you guys didn't check that video out, I highly recommend that you do. And so we're also working with tone 6 today, which is the rhythmic tone. And this is all about receptivity, the ability to respond, dynamic equilibrium, and having roots in many directions. 6 is the ray of organic balance, the dynamic equilibrium of the foundation of self combined with the one point of unity. Organic balance is an active process, not a static or fixed state. It is rooted in the totality of who you are. Let your receptive roots run deep, grounding your ability to respond in this world. Bring your essence self into your present expression. Aliveness is derived from essence. You are the unity that creates organic balance. You are free to choose, respond, give, and receive. 6 asks you to respond to life with love, to bring heaven to earth through your embodiment of the 6-pointed star. Embody the divine in your organic form. As you are infused with the vibration of heaven, heaven is brought to earth. As you journey homeward, earth is brought to heaven. This has created organic balance, heaven and earth in symbiotic union. And I love how we have tone 6 coming on the wake of the 6/6 portal too. Astrologically, these energies really meld well together because we have a conjunction here going on between Uranus and Ceres. And they're 1 degree apart right now, but they're... so this energy was definitely going on yesterday, and it will be going on. It'll be ongoing for, I don't know how long. You guys, I'm so tired right now. It's going to be ongoing. Uranus doesn't move very fast, and Ceres is not a super fast mover either. So this is energy that we're going to be feeling with Uranus and Ceres together, but it's even more powerful because the moon last night was more conjunct these two bodies. The moon is now at 16 degrees of Taurus, so it's moved beyond a few degrees beyond this conjunction, but passed through overnight, and we're still feeling the energies of that. When we have the moon and Ceres, these are Ceres is an asteroid that is very similar to the moon in its meaning and its energy. Ceres is the planet of the nurturer, of the mother, and it's the planet, I say the word planet, the astrological body that represents that energy, right? And the moon also represents the mother and the emotions, right? So the moon is the emotions, the nurturing, the mother energy in that way. And Ceres is the ultimate mother energy, the ultimate nurturing energy. And Ceres really asks us, not only how can we nurture others better, but how can we nurture ourselves? And so with the moon also speaking in harmony with this, and then Uranus in the mix, in the sign of Taurus, which is all about value, security, comfort, stability, longevity, right? We're really being asked today to look at how we care for ourselves, how we care for and nurture others. Is that sustainable? Is there a better way that we can do that? Is there somewhere where that needs to be revised in order to provide the most value, security, longevity, and stability for everybody involved? And it's a beautiful energy to spend with people that we love. We're going to have that desire to nurture them. But we may begin to notice that the ways that we have nurtured people in the past are perhaps not the ways that they need, or that there's a better way that we can go about nurturing others, as well as a better way that we can go about nurturing ourselves. So Uranus is really coming in to shake that up a little bit, to really get us to look at that and to revise anywhere where we need revision. Because as we continue moving forward, we really need to know how to care for ourselves with the ascension energies so intense right now, with everything that's going on, with everything that we're receiving, all the ways that we are shifting and changing and evolving. As we shift, change, and evolve, the way that we care for ourselves is going to need to shift, change, and evolve as well. So it's really just staying with the flow of that, right? The moon is very much about cycles, its phases, its flow. So how can we pay attention to our own cycles and phases, and what we may need for nurturance during this next cycle and phase? And can we be open to how that continues to change and fluctuate? All right, so let's get into some cards here. What do we want to pull for cards today, you guys? I like to pull a couple Work Your Light, or not Work Your Light, sorry, the Secret Language of Light clear. I have started putting the decks that I'm using. I'm getting much better at putting those in the description box below as well as the affirmations. I know there's a few people. I'm trying to be very mindful of how quickly I say the affirmations for those who want to repeat. And I also put them in the description box below, so you guys can read the affirmations for the day from the description box and work with those throughout the day if you'd like. And we are doing the new moon manifesting ceremony, that new moon energy. We are feeling it. We are working up to it. It's going to be powerful. And so if you guys want to participate in that, all the information is down below. Send your donation to evolveinYourEnergy@gmail.com. And this is the email and the contact info for my friend Beth, who runs the new moon manifesting ceremony. And include your email so she can email you out the Zoom link. All right. Whew. What guidance do we have from the secret? Wow. I can't even get all those words out right now. I started trying to say it. I just couldn't do it. All right, so we have there is only light coming out. Along with let go and meditation. And so this is where we're being asked with this let go, right? And you see how big and powerful and prominent that sword is in that card. So we're really being asked to cut ourselves free from whatever is not serving us. There are things that are wanting to move out of our life. There are also things that are wanting to move into our consciousness right now. Right? And so we are working with our belief systems currently. This is a big, big part of 2021 and of this eclipse season, is the working with our belief systems. And so they're being brought into our consciousness right now so that we can see them, right? So that they can be illuminated, so that we can then release them and let them go and move beyond them. There's a lot of, for lack of a better term, darkness that's being exposed within us right now to be brought into the light. And so this is also a reminder when we are facing our inner darkness, it's a reminder that there is truly only light, right? Our darkness is another aspect of our light. When we transmute that, when we alchemize that, when we transform that, it becomes even more light, right? We become that much more empowered. We become that much stronger. We become that much more whole. And so wherever you are seeing, this is also a reminder, wherever you are seeing in darkness in the world in general right now, if you are feeling hopeless, if you are feeling dismayed by that, this is a reminder that in truth there is only light. So don't be fooled by the darkness. Don't be fooled if it seems to be opposing, if it seems to be imposing. Just understand that the darkness is only there as a counterbalance to the light, right? In this dualistic world and dimension that we live in, and as we move out of duality, the darkness becomes less and less necessary. We're moving back into a unity where opposites are unified, are merged, right? But in order to merge, the darkness must become one with the light, right? So we can't fear that. We can't fear that. It's simply another expression of ourselves, another expression of the world, right? It's just another energy. And in truth, it's all beauty. It's all love, experienced in different forms. And so I feel like there's people who are afraid to do things, afraid to look at things, afraid to know and understand certain things because they fear that they're going to get swallowed up in it. They fear, it's like, I feel like there's people who have this unrealistic or unnecessary fear that there is just something inherently wrong or bad, or that there is just an incredible amount of darkness within them, and they're afraid to even start tapping into that because they think that it's going to overwhelm them. It's like you don't realize that you are only light. You don't realize how beautiful and how strong you are. You don't realize that some of your greatest strengths and assets are hidden in the places that you're afraid to look. And so Spirit wants you to know that. And it wants you to let go. It wants you to surrender. It wants you to release. And if you don't know how, or you don't know what to do, meditate. Ask for the answers. They will come to you in meditation. Anything that you're struggling with, if you have a question, even if it's just like, how do I do this? Meditate and the answers will be given. It may take some time sometimes. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't necessarily always get the answers I'm looking for when I meditate once. Sometimes I have to keep doing it. Right? I have to be disciplined with it. But they do come eventually. If we allow them, if we set aside that time and that space. And if we're willing to see and willing to know. So don't be afraid to see, don't be afraid to know. Anything else from this deck? Nothing has gone wrong. Yeah. So this is a lot of our deepest fears, our deepest wounds, our deepest insecurities are coming up right now, you guys. All right, so this is intense. And I'm really glad that I had the weekend that I had because I got to connect and see a lot of different people. I don't usually see very many people. I'm kind of a hermit in a lot of ways. I have a very small circle of friends that I do and family that I do my best to connect with as often as possible. But I don't. And so it was just really interesting to see and realize that, because I talk about this on the channel all the time, and I know what my personal experience, and I know the experience of my very close friends, but just to really hear and see and understand that everybody is going through it right now. Everybody, this has not been a gentle year. Just as 2020 was not gentle, 2021 has been intense, possibly even more so on an energetic, on an emotional, on a spiritual level, right? And so like all of these deep-seated wounds, it's intense because this is where we're really digging in deep and pulling up the stuff, right? That stuff that we haven't wanted to see, that stuff that we haven't wanted to look at. We've seen and looked at some other things, or it's a deeper layer of what we have seen and looked at, and we didn't realize that was under there, right? We thought we'd already gotten the root, and now we're realizing, what is something growing there again? How is that growing right now? I thought we plucked that from the root. And now we're having to pluck it again. All right, so it's intense, but just know that nothing has gone wrong. Whatever fears, whatever insecurities are coming up within you, everything is happening in perfect timing. Whatever you're being asked to let go of, whatever you're being asked to surrender and release is happening for a reason. Everything is perfectly orchestrated. You are doing nothing wrong. You are doing everything exactly the way you are meant to. It is all happening exactly the way it's meant to. It is not. There are no accidents. Right? And there's nothing we can do to screw this up. If we have the true desire within our hearts to continue to grow and evolve, if we do our best every day to treat ourselves, yes, others, but also ourselves with love and compassion and tolerance, then we're doing okay. All right? Right now, it's honestly, for some people at this point in the game, it can just simply be to the point of like, if you manage to get yourself out of bed today, or even if you didn't, but you managed to stay alive, that's a victory. That's a huge victory. Like, we're all going through ebbs and flows of all of this, where we're in different stages of this process, and it's all happening organically. So honestly, like, in some respects, I seriously feel like as long as we are still living and breathing, we're doing this work, right? Simply deciding to get up every day, or not deciding to stay on this planet right now. This work is happening, right? That is powerful work. So really give yourself credit for that, and know that nothing has ever gone wrong. Everything is unfolding exactly how it's meant to. You are exactly where you're meant to be. So just keep moving through it. And if you guys have assistance, please reach out to me. And then enlightenment. This is what we're moving towards. This is what's on the other side. Some of the things that you are thinking are the worst things that ever happened to you are the things that are bringing you your deepest level of awakening. Right? They are the catalysts for that awakening. The biggest mistakes you think you made. Those times when you thought you made that wrong turn. That was the right turn because it got you exactly where you needed to go to see, know, and understand what you needed to see, know, and understand. But now, like, we're getting to a point where it's time to move beyond. It was never the wrong choice, right? There is no such thing. However, we've gotten to a point where a lot of things are no longer constructive, right? So we get to decide, have I learned the lesson? Am I ready to move on? And on the bottom of the deck, we have inward revolution. So that's that process of going in. This is that process. I think I'm going to read this card to you guys. Go. You are always moving forward, even when you feel like you are going backward. Your path may seem to go up and down or inward and outward. The spiral is a symbol of your soul journey. It represents the cyclical adventure into your heart center. You will continually revisit aspects of your life to bring you to deeper understanding. Difficulties and challenges can command a greater focus as they help to build bigger and better dreams and desires. Each cycle of life is an important stepping stone that expands into the next. Your life will only feel authentic when you come to your own conclusions. An inward revolution will open you to the wisdom of your soul. It is a path we must all take to truly know and love ourselves. From this place, we move outward, back into the world, empowered with our soul's wisdom. You are worthy of all you desire, no matter where you are in your spiral, right? And so a lot of us are in that inward revolution of the spiral right now. And that is our planetary service at the moment. We're talking about stepping into our planetary service. That is an incredible service to the planet, to allow ourselves to go inward, to allow ourselves to understand, to heal, to see, right? To really, in order to have true vision, we don't just need to get the higher vision of what's out there. We need to have the higher vision of what's in here. And so that's part of that process. And so we may go through periods where we withdraw more, where we are going through the intensity of this. And then we spiral back out when we bring it out to the world. And then we go back in, right? It's a constant expansion, contraction, inward, outward, all of these energies, the way they work in tandem, these are our cycles and our phases. So allow yourself to be in the cycle and phase that you're in right now, and know that whatever it is, whatever aspect of your journey you're in right now, that is absolutely service to the planet. Yeah, and then we have soul family and divine animals under that. So lots of companions for us. Lots of companions of destiny coming in to assist us with this process. Definitely feeling that energy. I think that came up during the new moon eclipse reading. If you guys haven't seen that yet, I highly suggest that you check that out. For those of you who may have watched it, I had a little snafu. There were a ton of ads in it in the beginning, and so I removed mostly all of those, I think, or almost all of those, like that. I fixed that, so it should be much less obnoxious to watch now. But it's a really powerful energies that we are working with, and I think it was in that video that we had talked about how destined and fated, and I just cut the deck, and soulmating is on the bottom of the deck, which is just what I was about to talk about. Destined and fated soulmates, companions of destiny coming in to assist us in our evolution process at this time to really help us continue to grow and to expand. And we also talked, I think it was in that video, about the importance of understanding the gift and the lessons and the blessings in all of our relationships up until this point. We're really understanding that, and we're understanding now how to make them better, how to improve them, right? How to improve them by coming to our relationships with a sense of autonomy and sovereignty, which really plays into this blue eagle energy. And then on the bottom, as I cut the deck again, I got Let Your Light Shine, which was on the bottom of the deck earlier. So that's like, be who you truly are, right? Allow the truth and the authenticity of your soul to shine through. And that's what's going to attract in and begin this process of attracting in this next phase and level of soulmates that are coming into your reality to help you continue to grow, expand, and evolve. And we are still in that white dog wave spell. If you guys didn't check that out, I did a daily reading on the white dog wave spell when that began. It's a 13-day wave spell, so I can't remember how many days ago now it was, but if you just scroll through the recent videos, it should be there pretty close near the top there. And so we are working on this relationship energy, and we're really working on, and relationships are also, they're mirrors, right? They're there to help us grow and to expand into a greater sense of self so that we can become more of who we truly are. They show us who we are. They show us who we're not. They show us the things that we are afraid to look at, the things that we may not have seen otherwise. And they also teach us about love, right? They teach us about our own hearts. And they teach us how to share those hearts. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. If you liked this video, hit that like button. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how you guys are doing. There are links down below to donate if you feel so moved to do so. And as I said, my email's down below with a description of the different services that I offer. Please reach out to me. If you want to dig into these belief systems, if you want to dig into any of this stuff that we've been talking about today, or anything at all, I would be honored to be of assistance to you in that process. So much love for each and every single one of you. I think I'm going to go, I don't know, take a nap maybe. Not really sure. But I appreciate you all so much.